This is a 2025 Chevy Silverado 3500 Trail Boss. And you probably can tell it's rocking a new color for 2025. I borrowed this truck from Jerry Seiner Chevrolet here in Salt Lake City. It is available for sale. Let's go ahead and check out the window sticker so you guys see options and features on this build. At the very top is the description with the colors, which is Cypress Gray. This is a short listing of your standard equipment. Be sure to pause it. Base price comes in at $56,900, and this truck has a ton of options, so I'm going to point out a few because I'm not going through all these. So yes, the diesel's there. Trail Boss package is $3,440, but you do have to get that convenience package as well. But this one has the All-Star Edition, which is a no-brainer. Has a dual zone, 10-way power driver's seat, has the bed view camera and front and rear parking sensors with 360 camera, leather, remote start, multi-flex. Convenience package number 2 is right there for $435. Heat package, Cypress Gray was $395, and Z71 package does come a part of that Trail Boss package as well. Finishing up the options is the all-weather floor mats. Total options on this truck is $19,440. It's a lot of money. And with destination at $1995, you have a total price of $77,835. When you see this truck in person, it hits so different. Cypress Gray for the win. And when you add it to the Trail Boss package, oh my goodness, it hits so good. All the blackout, including the bumpers, works well with this color. And actually with the red recovery hooks, it kind of reminds me of a nice Christmas tree. Just saying, and that's a good thing. Now this truck did get a refresh for the 2024 model year, so nothing really changes for the design. All they did was add this package to it. So this is an LT model, right? You guys can see it has the LED headlights, which are an option for this trim level. That camera on the front end was an option. It has a sprayer too. Has the blackout for the emblems here, and they give you the black accent on the hood scoop too. So this truck looks perfect. Let's go ahead and take a quick peek at the suspension real quickly. So when you get the Trail Boss package, it gives you the Z71 package, which gives you the Rancho shocks here. You have the independent front suspension, double wishbone, and you have your torsion bars right there. People forget this. You can lift this truck without buying anything. And here are the tires. These are the BFGoodrich KO3s, and it shows that right here. This is a new tire from them, and they're great tires. I actually had a chance to tow with them, and they have a little bit stiffer sidewall compared to the trail runners, so there's not a lot of give in these tires. That doesn't necessarily mean that it's going to have a rougher ride though, which I was shocked by. So really good for towing. They don't really hurt the ride being stiff too. And they are the same size. So you're going to have a 275, 65, 20 load range E. And as far as the capacity for the tires go, it is right here. 3,750 pounds at 80 PSI cold. Fabric material for that liner. And they don't give you an option to upgrade these plastic fender flares, which is not a bad thing. They actually don't look bad at all on this truck. But man, I'm gonna go ahead and turn it around on the side because I want you guys to see this paint on the side of a truck too. Do you see what I mean? This color is perfect for the Trail Boss too. Black wheels, they do the black trimming around the mirrors, painted door handles, and I like the way it looks without running boards too. Now they did black out these badges for 2025, and this is an option to have these blacked out too. You still have your lighting on the front, and you have your lights here. Now these are power folding, but they're not power for tow mode, so just keep that in mind. If you want that option, you have to go up to a LTZ Trail Boss package. Yeah, this looks so good. 6 foot 10 inch bed. You can see that Trail Boss decal right there. And that's where you're gonna fill up at. 36 gallon fuel tank, 7 gallon DEF. You have the steps, and because it's a 3500, you have the overbuilt suspension out back. You have the 5 leaves in the main pack with the helper spring and then 2 overloads. And they give you the liner. Interesting. So this is the first time I've seen an LT with that liner. So you see right there, I skipped over that. I didn't even see it on the window sticker. So for 140 bucks, you can get that liner. My friend Matthew Anderson, I give you a shout out because you're the one who actually told me about that. And there it is. You can get it with the LT. Is an option. I think LTZ makes it standard though. This one has the multi-flex tailgate, black bumpers, parking sensors, class 5 hitch. Now the only negative thing to this truck is that they don't give you a matching tire at the very least, which I would like to see. But you can see the Rancher shocks a little bit better back here. 342 rear end with the locker. It's an automatic one. More steps in that bumper. And this one does have that full LED taillight too. You have a camera and your lights. Now for the LT, I definitely recommend getting this because I don't think you can get the power tailgate on an LT, so this is the next best thing here. Stepping in, they do provide a handle. This truck does not have 5th wheel prep package. You also have the 400 watts of power down there. You can see the bed lights. And this camera above was an option. Power sliding glass with defrost. And then here's that roof. Only thing it's missing is clearance lights. But one thing I've learned being out west, people don't like clearance lights out here. It's something interesting to like learn about the different demographics. On the East Coast, I would say 7 times out of 10 trucks have clearance lights. They're cheap, and I think they make a truck like this look like HD. Now really quickly, I'm going to show you guys the opposite side because it's in the shade, and I want you guys to see the difference in the paint on this truck. Now you probably might be wondering, is my camera making it darker than it really is? The answer is no. This color looks almost black on this side. Let me see if I can get on the side of it right here. Yeah, it is really dark, which looks so good. Let's go ahead and talk about this powertrain next. The L5P Gen 2 Duramax is probably one of the best engines in the segment. And I'm not saying that because I own the truck. I say that because GM is very slow to do updates to this engine. And that's a good thing. Now, they do lack when it comes down to horsepower and torque, obviously, compared to Ford. And obviously, they do beat Ram with the horsepower. But 470 horsepower and 975 pound-feet of torque is no slouch. I've seen where this engine on the same day will outrun a high output Power Stroke. Now this truck does have a 12-inch ring gear, and typically when you launch them, they do give you all the power off the line. Now this engine does take a 15W40 engine oil, and I always run that year round. I just plug in my truck, as you guys see right here. That way my oil doesn't be too thick when I start it up. So one of my subscribers, his name is JB, special shout out bro. He always mentions Chevy trucks in other videos because I did a video for a 2025 Ford F-350 Lariat with the trimmer package. That truck was like, what, 95 G's? Now, if you were to get a LTZ of this, max price would be about $85,000, which is 10 grand less. And in my humble opinion, this is the way to go for sure. For 77 grand, you get a nice truck like this. And on the interior, you still get a lot of nice features. This does have the upgraded dash, which is nice. And as I mentioned, you do have the power folding outside mirrors. Now, this being an LT, you're not gonna have seat memories. You're not gonna have the power extend for the tow mode for the mirrors, but you still have an option to get this 10-way seat and leather. Now these aren't going to be perforated leather, but that's okay because you got leather seats that are heated. Now on this side you have your drive modes. You have off-road, normal, and then you have this tow haul mode. Four-wheel drive auto is missing on this truck, but if you go to LTZ you can get that. Here's your lighting, and check out the dash. Do you have that piano black up there? And this one does have the all-weather floor mats. 6-passenger, which for some people this is perfect if you have that extra kid you got to take with you, and you do have the larger screens. I'm gonna hop over on this side so you guys can see what's over there. Soft touch on the dash. little bit of storage, and there is the truck camper loading information. This truck is capable of hauling 3,055 pounds for a bed camper. I'll show you the payload here in a second. You have your engine cover and you have your engine block heater. Now, in the comment section, here's a good question. This truck does have the active grille shutters. Why do we still need this too when you have that? That's a good question. I might even do a video on that because I really don't know the answer to that. So if someone does, maybe I'll use your comment for that video too, if it's obviously something that you've looked up and actually know the answer to. Seat back pockets here. They do provide a 120 volt power plug. This is the only one inside the truck, however. 2 USBs, air vents, 60/40 bench. You still have that storage barrier here, and they still give this to you too. Also power sliding glass with defrost. Let's go ahead and jump back over to the driver's seat. Push button starts right there. Now they don't give you the heads up display, but you do have an alert right up there, and you guys will see here, let's see, this truck does not have adaptive cruise control. I want to show it to you. So yes, you just have just regular cruise control with this truck. And as you saw on the window sticker, you do have 360 with the bed view. Okay, and it does turn on the bed lights if you didn't notice that. Only one level for the exhaust brake, on and off. This is a lane keep assist alert right here, so it just vibrates the seat for you. Parking sensors can be disabled. You can drop the tailgate. You can't lift it back up. Caution lights, traction control, downhill assist right there. 13.4 inch display. You can move things around on the screen, and you can actually move things outside of this menu. You can put your cameras up there if you like. That's always good for parking if you're not used to driving something this big. And settings, it's right here. But I want to show you climate first. So you do have climate on the screen. Luckily they do give it to you down below. Dual climate control is an option on this truck. You have 2 USBs, trailer brakes right there. And one thing I like about GM trucks, you see right there, you can actually do the seat back and the bottom cushion, or just the seat back. Sometimes people don't want that extra heat on their butt, so I like that they give you both. If you go to settings right here, you can pretty much set up a few things inside of here. Let's go ahead and show one of the coolest features for this truck. Not being the highest trim level, you can actually turn on auto fold when you lock the doors. Nice little feature that they give you there. Some of your lighting can be set up through here, so exit lighting, you can set it for 30 seconds, or if you want, you can set it for longer. Let's go back out to home. They do have on this side a split screen. And they give you a clock like that. They do give you the time and the temperature up top there too. And a little bit of storage right there. Now on the roof, HomeLink is still on this LT. LED interior lights, and you guys see it has a lighter color roof, which is not my favorite, but not a big deal for some people, not for me. That's a big deal for me though. A little bit of storage there, and while the seat is in use, you have a seatbelt for it obviously, and a little bit of storage below it. If you want to put it back down, you can just pull this. The only negative thing about this truck that I'm going to point out is this screen needs more information. I wish they would show you a summary for like all the temperatures, especially when you're towing. I'm hoping to see that for next year, because for me that's important, especially for a truck that's nearly 80 grand and the competition does it. So come on GM, let's get to work. Gross axle weight rating out front is going to be 5,600 pounds. The rear is 7,250 pounds. Gross vehicle weight rating is going to be 12,100 pounds. The wheels are going to be 20 by 8.5 wide. All in payload is 3,955 pounds. You guys see there, 20,000 pound conventional towing, 21.6 for Gooseneck. Curb weight is 8,145 pounds, and gross combined weight rating is 30,000. Here's that yellow sticker showing you the tire pressure, 60 out front, 80 in the rear. What do you guys think? Is this a nice color? I like it. I think that this is one of the best colors you can get on an off-road pickup. Let me know your guys' thoughts in the comment section. Be sure to subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so yet. See you guys soon.